Welcome everybody to the Cupric chloride and steel wool demonstration. So to begin this demonstration, I'm going to be adding in 50 milliliters of water to the beaker. And then I'm going to be adding in 5 grams of Cupric chloride. Now if you noticed in 8.1 and 8.3 part 1 and 8.3 part 2, I'm always adding in the same amount of Cupric chloride. So I'm just going to mix it up. Some of it likes to sit in the bottom. Go ahead, record your observations of what the substance looks like. And you can do that while the temperature is starting. Let me turn it this way so we can actually see the temperature. So the water temperature to begin with, if I zoom in, is about 20 degrees Celsius. Looks like it's just a little under 20, but we'll go with 20 degrees Celsius. Here's a zoomed in view. Can you take a look at the substance? You notice it's a pretty light blue. It's clear. You can see through it. So now what we're going to do, let me take this out, and we're going to add steel wool to it. And remember, in the first part, we added aluminum foil, and we looked at the mass of aluminum foil. 8.1, it was 0.5 grams. And in 8.3, it was 0.8 grams aluminum foil, and you saw a huge reaction. So we know that one factor that influences the amount of chemical energy is the amount of a substance. Now what we're going to try and do is, what happens if we try a completely different substance? Does that make a difference? And so I'm adding 0.5 grams of steel wool. So I'm going to kind of tear it apart a little bit. I'm going to start to add stuff to the Cupric chloride. Again, it increases the surface area a little bit. So we're going to see if we, and this will compare to 8.1, if we add a different substance. I'm going to zoom in a little bit right here. You know, it looks like, you see what it looks like now. So we get that same almost rusty looking copper color, because it is going to, you know, changing into copper. We get a same murky look. I'm going to get the thermometer in there and get that moving. See if there is any temperature change whatsoever. Remember, temperature change is a good indicator. Let me zoom out a little bit so you can see the hole. See, there's still some chunks in there, but you can see it right there if I zoom in on that. See, it definitely looked different than the original steel wool. And if you don't remember what it looks like, you can always rewind the video. But look at the temperature. It didn't shoot way up like before. So I'll stir it up a little bit more, see if that does anything. But right now it looks to be about 24 degrees Celsius. I'm going to back this up just a little bit, and then I'm going to zoom in on it so you can see the substance. You can see there's debris left behind. There's not nearly as much, even though we use 0.5 grams. If I move it forward again, you can see that it's still holding at about 24 degrees Celsius. So again, record your observations, record your temperatures, and we can see that when we add a different substance, the amount of chemical energy released here was not nearly as much as the aluminum foil. So the type of substance is a factor in determining how much chemical energy an object has.